If you've ever tried using the pen tool in Illustrator to create curves, there's a good chance that they're not smooth and they're a little bit janky and jaggedy and, let's be honest, less than ideal. Now, the reason for this is because the anchor points are often in the wrong place. So where do you put the anchor points to not only make your work look more professional, but to make your life easier as well? Well, that is exactly what we're going to cover in this video. So here you can see I have a letter S. The font here is Playfair Display. And I've locked this on its own layer. And then we've got a brand new layer that we're going to redraw this on. So what you might do with the pen tool is you might go and grab it like so. And then you just start clicking and you do this, something like this. You do that and then wonder why things just look a bit jaggedy and not very smooth. And what we need to do is we need to break this down. So first of all, we need to identify any semicircle shapes, just so we're on the same page here. Semicircle is this. I'm using a mouse, please don't judge me, that is awful. That looks more like a wonky jelly top, but that is meant to be a semicircle. And then we have arcs as well. There we go, that was equally terrible. But these are the two things that we want to identify. So first of all, I've got one here. So that is an arc, there we go. Now this bit here, this next one, this is very clearly gonna fit that semicircle description. Now we've got some straight points here. So if you've got straight points, don't worry about those, just ignore them. We want to look for the big semicircles and then those arcs. So we've got another semicircle there, and then we have another arc here, a little one, and then another semicircle here, albeit a slightly different shape. We've got a semicircle here, and then we've got an arc here. So that is the first stage. You have to look at the design that you're trying to pen tool, and then you have to break it down into straight lines, arcs, and semicircles, okay? Once you've done that, we can move on to the next step. But we're not actually going to draw these as curves. What we're gonna do is just do straight line dot to dots. We're just gonna click and then click again. Then we're gonna do our arc. But instead of actually doing the arc, what we're doing is we're just doing effectively like a start point, a midpoint, that's this one up here, and then an end point. So instead of doing our arc shape like this, we're effectively just trying to make that shape out of straight lines. Now these straight lines are pretty easy. This one's got a slight bend in it, but again, we're just using straight lines. Now here we've got another semicircle. So we're just going to mark the midpoint with a straight line and then a straight line there. And then we've got another arc up here. And then we've got a big old semicircle around here. So we're going to do the midpoint of the semicircle, and then that is going to be the end point. Now, you might be looking at this and thinking, Dan, that looks absolutely terrible. What the heck are you doing? I promise it's going to get better. So this is where the magic happens, and this is my favorite part because you'll see it all come together. We're going to select this shape and grab this little gizmo over here. The anchor point tool shortcut is Shift-C, and we're going to click and drag this into shape. Oh, look at that. Now we're grabbing the middle bit because if we don't, we're going to push it up on one side and it's going to end up wonky. Now, what we want to do is, that's how we do it for an arc. We just kind of push that midpoint and there we go. When it comes to the semicircle, we're not going to do this individually because we're just going to get like a jaggedy halfway point and it's not ideal. Instead, what we're going to do is click on this point with the anchor point tool, click and drag. Now, I always go the wrong way with this. That's not right. So go the other way. There you go. And there is a specific reason why we're doing this. So we can kind of bend this and contort it a little bit just to try and match the shape. Now, the reason we're doing this, as I adjust one side, the other side adjusts as well. So whatever I do, it's always going to try and maintain a smooth curve through that anchor point. Now, if you do want to edit one side independently, what you can do is hold Alt-Option, click and drag, and this will break those two sides apart so you can edit them independently. I would recommend keeping them together if you can, just so you move one side and the other side moves with it. So there we go, that looks pretty good, not perfect. This is what we're looking for, janky curves. So what we're going to do is go back to this other piece here, and then we can use the anchor point tool, Shift-C, to just push that up until we get it smooth. Right, let's go and do that again over here. So Shift-C for the anchor point tool, click on the midpoint, and then bend it around here. And then we've got this one up here. Whoops, should have done that first, but that's fine. And as you can see, you can do this as many times as you like. And then we're going to go and do these ones as well. Now remember, we don't want to do this because we are kind of doing it manually and you're not going to get a smooth point there. Perfect if you don't want a smooth point, but if you do, and we definitely do here, we're going to drag from the point. So there we go. Just takes a little bit of fiddling around, and then we're just going to bend this one in to be typographically correct. So this looks pretty good. Now we've got a somewhat straight bit here. So we're just going to click there and click there, slight bend, and that's pretty good. And you can, of course, zoom in and then fine tune this as much as you need to. And then we've got this one here. And I think I'm going to be a little bit cavalier and just click and drag this out. Now we could go ahead and do the same to redraw the bottom, but because we're using the letter S, what I'm going to do is be a bit cheeky and a little bit lazy. So we're going to select all of this, copy, paste, flip it round whilst holding shift. So we're just rotating that 180 degrees. We're going to move it down and we're going to scale it up. And as you can see, this one here is slightly taller. I think I'm actually going to delete these points here. Now there's a couple of other tools that, as I said earlier, can be very useful, and that is the join tool. Now I don't use this too often, but it's kind of perfect here. We've got some pieces of path that are separate, so we're just going to drag over them and it will try and connect them. Now this tool can be hit or miss. As you can see, they're both sort of terrible. The second one actually was even worse. This brings us on to our second useful but not always ideal tool, and that is the smooth tool. And we're just going to click and drag over this area. And we'll do the same here. And it's perfect for just smoothing things out in a pinch. Now the downside is, as you can probably see, it's creating and removing anchor points and it's just editing the geometry in a way that is unpredictable. But I use this all the time when I need to. So if you've got something that isn't quite smooth or you're not sure, just run the smooth tool over it. And there's a good chance that, as I say, in a pinch, it'll sort you out and give you a nice smooth curve. Now, what we're going to do is thicken this up, which is going to make it a lot easier to see where things are and aren't smooth. So, as I say, we could go in and use the techniques we've covered already to refine this with the anchor point tool, or we could just use the smooth tool. I mean, this tool is very useful. And just go over these parts here and just smooth out anything that isn't quite smooth. What's going on over here? We've got some anchor point shenanigans, but what we can do is press Shift X to swap that stroke to a fill. And if I hide the other layer, you can see this is the letter S that we've ended up with. And there we go. So if you enjoyed this, I've got my masterclass linked below. It's honestly just packed full of stuff like this if you're looking to master Illustrator. Otherwise, I've got another video on screen somewhere, no idea where it's going to be. So give that a click and I'll see you in a sec.